Alright, here we are at the end of day 13. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, you can see the cyst on my wrist. Yeah, it hasn't gotten much. I mean, it may have gotten a very slight bit bigger since I started. But considering I've just done 12 days of at least 10 hours a day of drumming, plus starting conga technique and stuff, I think it's pretty good. It's I'm simply using it as like a little reminder that I need to stay relaxed on that hand there. Yeah, it started a while ago, years ago. Like on nights, if I would set up and my snare drum would put my left wrist, I would set up so that it would put my left wrist at a weird angle. It would, like my wrist would hurt just a little bit, and then you get like a little teeny lump there. And at first, I was able to really kind of easily, like rub it, and it would kind of go away. And then it was on Blue Man tour when it started to show up in such a way that like it wasn't going away, and it was feeling different. It wasn't like a little hard thing. All of a sudden, it was like this like fluid filled sac or whatever, which is what it is. It's the tendons between the bones right there. One of the tendons gets stretched out, and it starts to fill up with fluid from your hand that would normally just kind of be passing by, but there's this little like sac for it to fill up now. And it's totally benign. It's not like a cancerous thing or anything. It's just, like a little weird looking thing. But I do notice, I've always noticed that there's an association between like these muscles up here in the forearm, and when I rub on those, if I kind of massage myself or whatever after a gig, I'll notice that I can feel the sensations down in that part of my wrist. And those are the muscles that really get like worked pretty hard. Pretty sore and stuff. So I've been doing some work on the forearm muscles, trying to roll them out on a big dowel. Just trying to take care of myself and stuff, and just really focusing on my technique being as effortless as possible. It's easier said than done. I've got years and years of kind of bad habits, and I thought I was doing pretty good, but when that's how you make your living and you've got bills to pay and mouths to feed and all that stuff, all the pressures add up, and I think the mental stress really affects things too. So that's what this 40 days is about, changing the way I play so that it will be a sustainable thing for me. So yeah, I mean, at this point in the process, feeling some frustrations because I want to see the fruits of the labor quicker. I want to practice, I want to have the stuff that I've been practicing be at the tempos that I want to play at and stuff, And it just doesn't happen like that, even though I'm practicing this many hours a day. And I'm realizing that there's a bit of impatience in my practice, and so I'm practicing stuff faster than, even though I think I'm doing it slow, it's still like not slow enough. Stuff really has to be slow, you know, and so today I kind of wasn't experiencing much of like the inner clock and practicing and kind of getting frustrated, and practice sessions were kind of laborious and everything. Um, so I kind of reread this part of the Effortless Mastery book, and it was the part on practicing, and kind of realized that I'm approaching it with impatience, you know, as if I don't have enough time to get through all the material in this 40 days or even in my lifetime, you know. So there's this impatience, and what that causes is me to practice the material too fast, which means that I don't really soak it in. It doesn't really get integrated. And sure enough, I took a couple of the things that I'd been working on and really, really, really slowed them down to where they were just super easy. And then all of a sudden, that inner clock was there. I was able to change my focus and focus on that, and it was just working. So, yeah, some good lessons, you know, that's what I'm here to learn. You know, I've finished 13 days, which is a lot. It's almost 2 weeks worth of drumming straight. And yet, I still have 3 or 4 more weeks. So I'm really just beginning, you know. I'm really in the first part of the whole process here. But because it is such a long process, I'm finding, you know, some frustration with, you know, just kind of having trouble keeping perspective of what's actually happening, you know, that it is such a long time. So I had to, at the end of the night, I had to like sit down and kind of think about what my goals are for this whole thing and what it's going to take for me to achieve those things. And I think that helped. I kind of feel like I'm in a better headspace now than I was earlier today. So it's a good thing, you know, end on a good note. That's it. See y'all tomorrow.